Hello job hunters. Well, wondering why I hopped in right in front of you today? Think it's the same reason why you clicked on this video. Since you've already started watching the video, I assume that you are looking for jobs and you've been applying to jobs online in platforms like Naukri and AngelList, etc. Well, if yes, let me ask you another question. Do you feel applying to jobs manually on these platforms is indeed a mundane task? If yes, then this video is gonna benefit you a lot. Well, also otherwise, you can look into how we automated this process and apply to different processes at your convenience. What we are gonna learn in this video is how to automate the whole process of applying to jobs online. Okay, so we are gonna write a simple 10 to 15 lines of code in Python, which will apply to jobs on our behalf. If you're interested, look into this intro video which is coming up right now, and if you feel it helpful, do keep watching the video till the end. So the first thing that we are going to do is launch Anaconda Navigator. Like if you do not have this, this is not mandatory. If you do not have this, you can run any other Python IDE. You can do this with the Python idle GUI also, which comes default with the Python installation. I'm more comfortable with the Jupyter notebook, so I'm just gonna launch it off. Let us quickly create a new notebook. Let's name it as automation, right? Okay, so let's get coding, right? What we want to make sure is we have Selenium installed already. Let us check if we do. I hit Control Enter to run the cell. If we do have Selenium imported, note that if you do not have this installed, you can install it via pip installer. Pip install Selenium. Okay. And then the first thing that we want to do is obviously import the other important stuff. Okay. So one of that is we want to import the WebDriver from Selenium, obviously. Let us see if that is successful as well. Yes, we successfully imported it. It is create a driver object quickly. Using Chrome browser, and hence I will be creating a driver for Chrome. Okay, for this you will need the path of the Chrome driver, and you have to download the Chrome driver separately from the website. You can just Google for Chrome driver for Selenium, you will get it. I have it under the downloads. Okay, this should work. Let us test this out. Just giving an error. Let's say Chrome driver needs to be in path. Sorry for that. Yep, you can see the browser window opening automatically. That means that we have created a driver object successfully. Okay, I'll quit this for now. One very important thing to note is that when you create a driver object, you want to make sure you are closing that window. Okay, otherwise you're gonna have this dock full of Google Chrome instances. Okay, you have to manually quit it again and again. So it's better to close it off now itself. Let it stay there. We'll write our code here. Okay, now let us open our web page. I'm taking an example of AngelList website. Okay, for this automation. So the method that we're going to use is driver.get. It takes the URL of the website. Since I'm logged in already, I want the non-logged in web page URL. I think it's the same. It's fine. We'll take this URL, post it here.
So we get to open that. Let us try it out. Okay. So before we run this one, I want to add maybe I'll tell you why I'm doing this. And dot sleep for say 5 seconds. Okay, I'll run this. So what happens is the moment we open this URL, right? So once the URL opens, the control continues to the next line and it closes the driver window. So we want to see that it actually opened the website. That's why I'm sleeping the control for 5 seconds. Okay, time is the module that gives you a way to sleep execution, pause execution, I would say. Let us run this. It opened a window. Okay, see if you can see it directly opened the website angel.co. Okay, our next task would be to click this login button and maybe enter username, password, and stuff like that. Okay, so let us do that quickly. So for that, right, what we have to do, whatever element we want to click on the website, we have to inspect it to find out what is the identity of that element. Okay, how do we do that? We Let me show that to you. Okay, click on the window. We want to be able to click this link, so I'll right click on this and inspect. Okay, when I click that, it directly takes me to the HTML element which corresponds to this button. You can see it is this. Okay, what we will do is since the login text will not change, it will always be there. We're gonna copy this login text. Okay, log space in and close this. We will say driver dot get element by in text. Okay, login. So what I'm telling the program here is get an element which has a link test of this, that is login. So the program is gonna see through the website wherever it has a link named login. Note that the website should not have more than one elements with the same name. Okay, in that case you would have to go with maybe another tag. Okay, so for now link test, let us see if this works. I'll run this quickly. Okay, I think it is find element by id. No, I see nothing, there's no error, but it still was successful. Yeah, why? Because what we are doing here is we are getting that element and just closing it. We're not saving it anywhere, or we're not clicking on the element. So to do that, we have to declare, we have to store the result in a variable, but the link variable. Okay, I would say login link equal to this, and then maybe login link dot click. Okay, at this point it should click that login button. Yes, yeah, you see it just clicked that login button. Okay, so, and it closed the window also. That's just because we have this. So our next job is to find out how to fill in the username and the password. Once we click into login, we have again inspect, right? That's what we did for every element. Now you say this element has an ID which is user underscore email, copy it. I'm just closing this extra window. Okay, I copied. Let us. So our job now is to find that element, find that text field which says which is username. Okay, I would say username field equal to, again give me that element by ID this time. Okay, you see the difference. We use link test to query that login element, but now we are using ID because we have ID for that element, which is user underscore email. Let us try clicking. Okay, no, we don't want to click this time. We want to type something. So in that case, I think this is send keys method that we have to use. Okay, what is a username? Let's say spot. Okay, the same way we're gonna get our password field as well. It is the same thing. Instead of user email, we have something else. Okay. Let us see what that something else is. Click on this, right click, inspect. So the ID here is user password. Okay, copy this user underscore password. We'll type it here. We need our password as PASSW or D. Okay, let us try this if it works. Control enter. Username is not defined. Typo. Sorry for that. And quit this hung window and run it again. So you see how quick it was on typing that username and email, and it also closed the session. So similar way, right, you can fill out any kind of forms. Now, since we have taken an example of applying to jobs online, let us see how we can click that login button and log in successfully. Okay, we need to be able to click this button, but before that, I am entering my email and ID here. So I suggest you to use your own, right? Let us inspect this button right now to see where it is. This button does not have an ID. It has a name. Yeah, it has a name. We can query via name also. Name is commit. Let us copy that, and let us say login button equal to driver dot find element by name this time, and the name is commit, and we do login button dot click right here. Click. We enter our email ID and password here. Correct email ID and password, and then run it. Click on the login button, populate the fields, and click on the login button again. Yes, as you can see, we have successfully logged in with a test account. Okay, it closed due to the driver close. Now our next job, I'll show you what our next job is to do. Yeah, we are logged in. So once we log in from the login screen, we directly go to this jobs page, and next what we want to do is probably apply to all these jobs, right? So you can see this apply button here. This is a container in which it has details about the role and an apply button. So what we want to do for now is go through each one of them. Okay, each one of the job posts and click on apply button. So what happens when you click on apply button? When you click on apply button, you get this pop over where you have to write something about yourself and then send the application. When you click send the application, um, your application successfully goes to the job poster, and he gets to know that okay, you have applied to the job, right? So I'll show you how we can click on these apply buttons and check them on by clicking. Let us inspect this button also. Apply. For this, if we observe, we do not have this is a very complicated class name. Okay, I do not recommend you to use it, but instead what we can do is we can use this kind of tag button, right? It's obvious that you would say there will be a lot of buttons in this page, and if we query this button, we'll get all of those buttons. It can be this one, it can be this is the kind of button. So we want to be able to identify a button with text as apply. Okay, I'll show you how to write a query for that as well. Let us remember we want to find a button with apply as a text. Go over to the code base, and now apply button is there is a way to do it via export. Export is a special kind of function, find element by export, where you can query complex elements which do not have straightforward name or ID or link test. Okay, for our use case, we need a button. So I'm writing a button here. Okay, and our button is not just button. We want a button with specifically with link test as applied. So I'll give some conditions here. What are those conditions? The condition is text should be equal to this. What is this? This is apply. Okay, so this query finds a button. Okay, with the element of type button with text as apply. Let us see by clicking it if it works. Did we hit the login button yet? Some error. Okay. We should have done this. Let me run it again. But before that, I want to close this instance. After successful login, you can see this the button getting highlighted, but we don't have any errors and we did not click the button. So I believe there needs to be some gap before we actually click the button. So let me try even time dot sleep. When these kind of unexpected behaviors happen, we can always give a sleep to give the program some real time before it can find and interact with the element. So I think there is a problem where it is getting our program is trying to find this apply button before even clicking on login button or doing all these things. So what we want to do is probably add a sleep timer there as well. Okay. So after we click on the login link, I want the page to load successfully. Only then click. Only then try to find the username field and the password field. Okay. And then after clicking the login button, maybe we'll wait for 3 seconds and then find our apply button. Okay. Obviously, you'd be thinking this is gonna take a lot of time, right? Okay. Meanwhile, it click that apply button and came to the pop-up. This is gonna take time, but that is the key, right? We automate this stuff and leave the system, leave the computer to do all that thing. So our time is not wasted, but instead computer's time, which was not used, is being wasted. So there's no need to worry there. As you see, we have clicked the apply button as well. So next thing we could do is um, you saw the text box. Okay, so find the text box and type something in it and then click the send application button. So all those steps I'm going to do right away. We'll just we will inspect those elements and query them. This I want to find this text. Okay, I'll inspect it. This is a text area. Yeah, it has a name and an ID. Okay, you can use both of them. For now I'll choose to use ID because it's a unique identifier. I'll say text box. Okay, we have it. We type something on the text box dot I think send keys is the function. Hi. Okay, we have our text ready. We may have to add time dot sleep here as well. Maybe say 1 second, and then we will inspect this send application button. So this is again a button with send application as text. We'll use the same method which we did for apply button. This time this is send application button. Text is not text is application. Let us finally click the send application button. Okay, we don't need any delays here because the view is already loaded. I will increase this timer to 8, maybe 7, so that it stays for some time. Let's run it. So this whole code should open the job post and should apply after typing some text that we have provided. Let us see if that happens. Okay, everything is automated. We are not interacting with the browser at all. Click on the apply button. We are not typing anything. Maybe some problem. Let us see. Oh yeah. Seems like our ID is not working. That is this. That is fine. We can use a different maybe name. Okay. So you have options here as you see. If name doesn't work, you can use class name. You have link test. There are many. You could, if you go to Selenium documentation, you'll find all of those methods. So we chose name. So this is the name, and we'll run it. Time to send the application. Yes, as you can see, we have sent to the application, and it says applied. Okay, this is just one instance of one job post. What you can do is you can say if you want to take a list of job posts and then apply to all of those. Maybe you can find elements. Okay, this, sorry, not here. When we find this apply button, we say find elements, so that this returns an array. This returns a list of apply buttons, and for each of the buttons you go ahead and click them and do all this thing. I can show you maybe for, let's say, button and apply buttons. Okay, we will do all this. Yes, after clicking the send application, we would want to see if the application actually goes to the recruiter. Let's wait for time of 3 seconds. So what this for loop does is it fetches all the buttons. First of all, this fetches all the buttons, apply buttons on that page. Okay, you see all the apply buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these, and then executes this code for each of the button instance. That is, we click on the button and we find the text box. We type the same text and we find the send application button and click on each and every one of those, and then wait for 3 seconds. I'm running this code which is there in the for loop. So it should go over all the apply buttons in the page and then click on each one of them and perform the actions that we have specified. Yes, this is the first one, sent. We have the second button, sent. It should scroll to the third button automatically. Yeah, that just happened. Sent. I would not want to maybe scam all the job posters, and hence I'm quitting this program abruptly. Okay, sorry for that because I don't want to spam the inboxes of all those recruiters just like that. Hope you understand. But yes, we have achieved something, right? We are able to automate our that process of applying to multiple jobs at once. Put all this code, maybe a well documented version of this one in the description, so that you can go ahead and download it as well.
Thanks a lot to viewers to keep watching the video till the end, and I'm glad that I was able to teach someone something, and you were, I hope you were benefited from the video. If yes, please do comment on the comment section below. If not, also please let me know the feedback so that I can improve over time and can produce good valuable content for you guys. And also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. See you next time, and for now, signing off.